So I'm going to go through quickly in this video the last 25 years of the Windows family. So I'm going to start with Windows 3.11, and you'll notice Windows 3.11 had the first Windows concept where there's a bunch of items in a window and you could drag around it. Now if you look at File Manager was the first version of sort of like My Computer in succeeding Windows versions, but more noticeably you'll notice in the games there is actually Solitaire, what a lot of us are familiar with, and also Minesweeper. So that was Windows 3.11, and 5 years later, in 1995, came out Windows 95, which is really the blueprint for a lot of the succeeding Windows versions, Windows operating system. So you'll notice there's a start menu introduced here in Windows 95. So this was really the first version of the modern era of Windows. 3 years later came out Windows 98. So Windows 98, there's not too much that's different from Windows 98 other than the browser was integrated more into Windows 98. So in Windows Millennium, what was introduced was a more multimedia aspect of the Windows operating system. So this was in the year 2000, and you'll notice there's this media player, which was can be considered the first graphical version of the Windows Media Player. So that is the first version, or the Windows ME, and this one is Windows XP. So Windows XP came out in 2001, and what was different about it was the graphics again, which was a little bit more enhanced for its time, which had a lot of gradients and a sort of different look and feel to the start menu here. So that's Windows XP. Now the next version was actually Windows Vista, and Windows Vista was a little bit of a bomb because the hardware at that time was actually not as advanced as the software. So the operating system itself was actually very cumbersome and slow, and was very unpopular because of that. But one thing it did introduce was these gadgets here. So that's Windows Vista, and you'll notice the button, or the Windows button, turned into a picture with the start menu. So that was when it was introduced. And Windows 7 was the next iteration. So Windows 7 is still popular today, and you'll notice it does retain the Windows Start button here and also the gadgets, but it was actually a lot lighter and faster than Windows Vista. So that's Windows 7. The next iteration was actually a more unified Windows, which tried to combine the phone operating system, the tablet operating system, and also the Windows operating system into one kind of cohesive look with the tiles. So what ended up happening was there was actually no start menu. You had to hover in the corner here to actually get to anything. Here's the tiles, which it was trying to unify with the phone look and feel and tablet look and feel. And the access to the apps was actually many button clicks away. So that was Windows 8, and Windows 8.11 actually introduced at least a button that allows you to have a shortcut to the tiles and to the start items. So that was Windows 8 and Windows 8.11, and this is Windows 10, which brought back the start menu. So if you bring back the start menu here, you'll notice it combines it with the tiles. And what it did introduce was also concepts of virtual desktops, so you can have multiple desktops to rearrange your open applications. So that's really the entire family in the last 25 years, and thank you for watching.